everybody! So Game Informer has just dropped a video on their website talking a little bit more about the Crucible when it comes to the Taken King. So things that they went into detail about is they talked about Rift and they also talked about Mayhem, which are the two new game types coming to Destiny with the Taken King. Now we've talked a lot about those game types on this channel already, seeing as I went to E3 and I got to play them. So we're not going to talk about that. I've already talked about that. If you want to know about Mayhem and Rift, there will be links in the description. There'll also be a link in the description to this Game Informer video, so you can actually watch the interview with Lars and find out all of this stuff for yourself and see the gameplay. But we've talked about Mayhem, we've talked about Rift a lot. I'm sure you guys know what those game types are all about. But what I wanted to do in this video is just pick out some things that he said in the interview that I found to be pretty interesting, confirming things that we already thought and confirming things that we didn't really know about before. So the first thing that was mentioned is that Elimination is now going to be a permanent playlist. He said that when Trials of Osiris was launched, everybody said, why don't you just give us Elimination when Trials of Osiris isn't around? So that's what they're going to be trying out. They're going to have Elimination as a pure game type and it's going to be accessible the entire time. Of course, right now you can play it, but it's on a rotation. So you can't play it the entire time. Some people want to play it all week, every day, forever. So they're going to have Elimination always there for you to get your hands on. Now, when it comes to Combined Arms, they said that there's no refresh for Combined Arms. Possibly might be something in the future that they're going to be working on, but as of right now, they have no plans for vehicle maps. So what this either says to me is that Combined Arms just straight up isn't going to be a playlist, or it's going to be on rotation and it's not going to be around that often. And honestly, with the new changes coming to the Crucible, the main reason why I went into Combined Arms is because people were using scout rifles, people were using just different weapons, and it was very refreshing to play something like that, whereas right now it's just Thorn, Blink, Shotgun. It's just the same thing in the Crucible all the time. So I went to Combined Arms to get away from that, but with the patch coming with the Taken King, I'm hoping that we don't need to have a playlist that we go to just to kind of chill out, which is what Combined Arms was for me. So it sounds like it's either not going to be there or it's going to sort of be there, and I think eventually they're going to just get rid of Combined Arms, because with all the brand new maps coming with the Taken King, we have 8, and then we have all the other maps that we've gotten since last year. I don't think many people are going to be going into Combined Arms to just play 3 maps. So I foresee Combined Arms disappearing. I don't know what's going to be happening to those 3 maps that they made. Maybe they'll just write it off and be like, well, that didn't really work. But I don't see Combined Arms kind of sticking around for a very long time. Next, he talked about bounties, where he said they are a lot more Crucible bounties that actually pay out when you turn them in. Now, the fact that he mentioned that they actually pay out, they actually give you something when you turn them in, makes me think that you're not just gonna turn them in and get XP. What my guess would be is that you get like some motes, some strange coins, maybe you'll get an engram every now and then when you turn in a bounty. That would be super cool, because as of right now, we just get XP, and if you don't have any weapons to level up, which of course you're going to have in the Taken King, but say down the road when you've got your loadout and you don't have anything else that you want to level up, it's going to be nice to still be able to get something from it, even if it's just 1 mote or 1 engram. So that's really cool that Crucible bounties are actually going to give you stuff that's not just XP. He also mentioned that they have weekly Crucible bounties. Now, we do not have a lot of information about these weekly Crucible bounties. I've heard about them. I've heard them be spoken of. My guess is that they're going to give you something awesome or the chance of something awesome. Maybe it'll be something like, I don't know, the chance of an exotic. Maybe not every time. Maybe you'll get a legendary at the end. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be something exotic though, because if it's a weekly thing, then my guess is that the bounty is designed to take you a week to complete. So if it takes a week to complete and it resets every week, that kind of makes me think of a Nightfall. Of course, a Nightfall doesn't take you a week to complete. That's impossible because you can't come back to it. There's no checkpoint. But it's something that resets every week, which makes me think it's going to be a much bigger reward. So my guess is that you're going to have a chance of getting an exotic, maybe an exotic engram, maybe just purple engrams, so something like that. Something that's good. which are those things. They then mentioned that Iron Banner is going to be back and Trials of Osiris is going to be back. In case anyone was wondering that those things aren't coming back, they were confirmed to be coming back. And the very last thing that I picked up on that he mentioned is that Blink isn't going to be quite as good as it was before. So Bungie previously said that they've been working on ways to kind of tune down Blink because people find it very frustrating to play against Blink shotgun, or they find it frustrating that they shoot a rocket at somebody and they just blink out of it immediately. They don't have to have any foresight in using that ability. So we don't know, like, we don't know. We don't know how they're changing Blink. My guess is that they're trying to specifically deal with Blink shotgunning, would be my guess. So what I think they would change is that if you're using Blink, it's gonna take you a little bit longer to be able to shoot your shotgun or shoot your rocket or whatever weapon you are currently using. It's gonna take you a little bit longer after blinking in order to actually be able to use your weapon. That would be my guess. Of course, I have no clue as to what they've done to Blink or what they're planning on doing to Blink, but that would be my guess because I think that's the thing that people have been most frustrated with. So that is it for what I picked up in this here video. If you want to just watch the entire interview, it's like 5 minutes long. I will leave a link in the description to the Game Informer article. I suggest you do go and check it out because it is interesting. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will speak to you awesome people later. Bye.